Boxing King Media in association with BOXXER, Frank Smith. Frank, the press is done. Both guys are looking for the knockout. And just in short, like I just asked Eddie, who do you think is a favourite Saturday night, and how do you think the fight will unfold?
Look, I think, in all honesty, you have to say, obviously, Mauricio Lara is the favourite after the result of the first fight. But Lee Wood seems as confident as ever. You know, he believes he can go in there. You know, look, he was well ahead on the scorecards in that first fight. He believes he can go in there, and he just has to, he has to stay switched on, stay concentrating for 12 rounds. He got caught with a massive shot last time out. But we've all seen what Lee Wood's capable of, especially in that Michael Conlon fight, the heart he showed as well. You know, he'll believe he can go in there and get the win. So, but yeah, I think you have to say Mauricio Lara's favourite coming off the back of the first fight.
And then down the card, like I just said to Eddie, would you push the Tasha Jonas fight again? Would you be looking to speak to Ben Shalom again? Because I know he's said in the past he's willing to work with promoters. It just seems like the obvious fight to make.
They never actually came back on that fight. So I chased them a few times. We made them multiple offers. They didn't come back. We'd love to make that fight. Also, make a big offer as well for Terry Harper. But we haven't seen anything. But of course, that's a fight. We've seen some tremendous fights being delivered, especially in female boxing. And Terry Harper against Tasha Jonas would be a brilliant fight. But let's see how things go.
And Darragh Foley, would you be looking to work with him no matter what happens Saturday? Because he's beginning to gather a bit of a cult following online.
Yeah, look, he's an entertaining fighter. He's an entertaining guy, and I think for sure there's going to be some fights for him down the road. It's good to get Jack Catterall back out. I think he's had 3 fights in 3 years, or 3.5 years, or something like that. You know, he's a tremendous fighter, Jack Catterall, and he's got a massive future. The key for us now is to keep that momentum going and keep building. You know, he should have been the winner in that fight. Should have become undisputed against Josh Taylor. You know, it's sad really because it changes someone's life. Not getting a win when you deserve it like that. But the key for us now is getting that momentum. Some big fights to be made at 140. You know, obviously signed Regis Prograis. Some talks with Matthias as well. You know, Devin Haney I think will look to move up to 140. Obviously got the Lopez Taylor fight as well. You know, lots of exciting fights to be made. And Jack Catterall has shown already when he fought Josh Taylor that he deserves to be the #1 fighter in that division.
And just looking at other cards up and down the country, we've obviously got Lopez Conlon. I just want to ask for your prediction on that fight and also the Akoli Chris Smith fight.
Yeah, look, I think it's a real hard fight for Michael Conlon. But you know, again, he's a brilliant fighter. You know, we saw what Lopez came and did. You know, when he fought Josh Warrington, he made it difficult in there. But I think it's going to be a tough fight. I'm not going to make a prediction. I get on well with Michael Conlon. I think he can win. He's shown his skill. You know, he showed his skill in that Lee Wood fight as well, didn't he? You know, he got caught, but you know, I think he's got the potential to win. It would be a massive win and set up some huge fights, wouldn't it? Akoli, Billam Smith. You have to say that Akoli's boxed at a higher level than Billam Smith. Billam Smith's a great guy, but every time Billam Smith goes into a fight, he literally gives it everything and more. You know, he's always in there. You know, swinging non-stop. We saw that in his fights in Bournemouth over the last year or so. It's, you know, for me, it's whether he's the sort of more active fighter. I know Akoli boxed recently, but before that, he had a long time out of the ring. And the key is they know a lot about each other. So, you know, it'll be I wonder whether they treat it more like a sparring. You know, like because they would have sparred so many rounds together. Let's see.
Do you have an outcome for that fight? Because I just asked Eddie, and I'll tell you what Eddie's prediction was after you tell me.
I think Billam Smith might win. What did Eddie say?
He said Chris Billam Smith by a devastating knockout. That's how you described it.
There you go. He said that. I think Billam Smith can win. But look, Akoli knows how to win a fight. Maybe not always in the most attractive of styles, but he knows how to win fights. So let's see.
Is it worth giving credit to Ben Shalom for the work he's done with Chris Billam Smith? Like I just said to Eddie, when he parted with Matchroom, I think one of the things was you guys said that it'd be difficult to sell him down south. Obviously, they've done 15,000 tickets this Saturday. Any regrets on that relationship ending?
Look, I still get on well with Chris Billam Smith. Messaged him yesterday, wished him luck. You know, I'm sure there's opportunity to work with him in the future as well. I think it was just a different stage as well in terms of what we were looking to deliver for DOESN. In terms of big fights at that point, it didn't really, and this is nothing against Chris, this is more on a generic delivery of subscribers on a platform. It it didn't really tie in with the DOESN, what we needed to do for DOESN at that time. It's not we didn't believe he could sell tickets in Bournemouth. I think we knew he could sell tickets in Bournemouth, but there's two sides to it, isn't there? There's the broadcast side and there's the ticket side. Yeah, they've done a good job to deliver those shows. But yeah, I don't think it was ever a case that we didn't believe in him at all.
And obviously, with regards to the Chris Eubank Jr. Liam Smith fight, we saw Frank Smith break the news yesterday with the fight being off. How long did you know that for? Because obviously, I saw some people on Twitter saying it's been known for a while, and obviously it was only announced officially yesterday.
I know everything. Everything. I know everything that goes on. I don't really understand why it was me and you that broke it, though. It's been talked. Everyone.
It wasn't me. It was you.
No, it was you. You said, you winked. You went, "It's off, innit?" like that, and I went, "Yeah, it's off, mate." And then they had to. It's a bit disappointing that it takes me, some fat geezer who works at another company, to announce something, and then they have to come out and announce. All those people who have bought hotels, flights, etc. You know, they maybe could have saved their money if they would have just got that news out earlier. But that's not my business. Yeah, I know everything. I'm not telling you my sources. I've got lots of different sources in lots of different locations for that one. I'm, I'm in all the weeds, aren't I?
It's not somebody on Twitter called Everything Boxing, is it? Because he seems to know everything that benefits Matchroom.
Everything Boxing did tell me, but there was also, I think it was, who told me actually? I'm just going to completely make up a lie of who told me that fight was off. It was, just trying to think who it was now. I don't know. I don't spread rumours, but the worst thing is it looks like I'm spreading rumours, but everyone was saying it was off anyway. So I was just saying what the public already knew, but no one had told anyone. So I knew about it for a little bit.
Interesting stuff. And on the back end of that, is any contractual issues? Obviously, you manage all the contracts when fights are made, so you'll know. With now 2 postponements, could you guys step in if Connor's situation clears up, or even potentially Billy Joe if he comes back later this year?
Yeah, for sure. We've seen that BOXXER aren't very good with rescheduling clauses when they had the Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall situation. So it's not their forte. But I think, there's a big opportunity to make that fight. It's a fight we'd love to make. It's not done in any way, but we all saw from the reaction. Every time this fight's been spoken about, it's got a huge reaction. I think it would do massive numbers. So it'd be a great time to try and make it.
Good stuff. Frank, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Any more signings coming up for Matchroom?
I was going to break some more news, but I've run out of news. Who else? What else can I tell you? Any more signings? Yeah, working on a few currently. Some more. Look, we've been on a great run of signing some tremendous fighters. Edgar Berlanga makes his debut with Matchroom in a few weeks. Regis Prograis does the same. Sonny Edwards does the same as well. Jack Catterall, who debuts for Matchroom this Saturday. I think we've been on a great run of signing some tremendous fighters, and Andy Cruz as well, brilliant fighter. So it's been a good time, and we're going to continue doing it, and continue looking to build and sign the best talent in boxing for sure.
It's interesting about Andy Cruz because I pulled Eddie up on it. I think about 6 months ago I interviewed him and I suggested Andy Cruz to him, saying a great fighter, would you look to sign him? And he said, no, it'd be difficult to sell him. The viewers won't want to watch him because he doesn't speak English and etc. It'd just be a very difficult signing. And I pulled him up on that the other day, and he said it was a bluff just to make sure Top Rank don't sign him. But I don't know what to believe.
It was a double bluff, wasn't it? He got you there, and Andy is learning English in good news as well. That he's a tremendous fighter. I think maybe he was saying that because it was a deal I was trying to do, and he didn't believe I could actually get it over the line. So he thought, I'll talk it down because there's no chance this fat kid can deliver it. But pulled it out of the bag for once.
Good stuff, Frank. You're smashing it. Appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All good.
Yeah.